Hello everyone, welcome to Ignition.
And today, two idiots are making the decision on which is the most beautiful car ever made. It was recommended to us by Nathan Adlin of TFL.
Really?
So he sent
Nathan Adlin,
he sent me the picture of that.
That's royalty.
To us it is.
To us that is royalty.
You know, we are very honoured that you did that.
We are, yeah. No, we never get a comment from anyone.
No. So TFL, if you haven't checked them out, the Fast Lane Car, they are a fantastic channel, one of my favourites. So Nathan kindly commented on our request for
best looking cars.
And to be fair,
that's a good shout.
I've never seen that in my life.
Neither had I. It looks like some sort of old racing car.
Spaceship.
It does. Of its day, I imagine it was a different league of vehicle.
I've got to say, I'm liking it.
Yeah, me too. It's an interesting looking thing. The headlights are cool. Yeah,
the interior, I mean, it looks quite narrow for your feet, but...
It does, yeah. It looks like you're going down a tunnel.
Yeah, so it's 1967, so not quite as old as me.
Not bad, and I like it.
And I like it. It's a strong start.
It is a strong...
For a car I'd never heard of.
No.
But the interesting thing, it's a Tipo.
Tipo, yeah, that's
a think Fiat, don't you?
Yeah, because Fiat knew the new Tipo. Yeah, weird.
Wow.
That's right. Let's move on. So,
I mean, that's a contender.
You've chosen some very nice photos, I must say.
Yeah,
the interior picture, my lord, that's nice.
The interior picture is actually their remanufacturing. I can't remember how many they're doing, but they had, Aston Martin had X number of body shells and they're remaking them as brand new. So that actually is a brand new car, the interior shots. The exterior isn't.
Okay. Well, you've shot your bolt very early here, because that's...
I've done them in alphabetical order.
Ah, alphabetical order, yes, but that, I mean... The Alfa, is anything going to beat... No, not Alfa, I mean Aston. Is anything going to beat this?
Well, I don't know.
Because in my humble opinion...
we both love that car.
That is one of my all-time favourite vehicles.
It's everybody's all-time favourite.
It is, it's a classic.
You know, James Bond has knobbed in that.
I hadn't thought about that, but that's one way of looking at it, isn't it?
I mean, obviously that's not a James Bond car. Although I do believe the picture outside the sort of stately home, I think that's a James Bond number plate.
So
that could be a James Bond car.
That picture's awesome. Just the house and everything. It goes
gorgeous.
Yeah, that's one of our favourite colours. That's sort of orangey beige, isn't it?
Yes,
very nice. Absolutely love that.
Yeah.
So that's going to be very high up there. Oh, hello.
That's a beautiful car.
Blimey.
Yeah.
It's a CSL, isn't that a 2000?
What?
The BMW 2000? No?
No.
No?
No, gosh, what did you know that you shouldn't even be sitting here?
I should. No, but it looks like a really highly modified one, but it's a
3-litre CSL, the world famous Batmobile.
It's awesome. Yeah, no, it's lovely.
Yes, lovely interior, little bucket seats.
Blimey. Beautiful
car, very, very, very highly sought after vehicle.
Oh God, I can imagine.
It's worth a fortune.
Yeah.
I just think they're beautiful.
Oh, it is. That's got to be. I like that.
Yeah. Well,
that's the problem. We just like everything.
Wow.
And another one. This was in our last one. The Citroen DS.
Yeah, well, that was the preamble to
this. Yeah, the preamble. And
the one thing that becomes very, very clear to me.
What?
That all the good-looking cars were designed in the 60s.
That's a valid point. All the cars
things came in the 60s. All good-looking, stylish, sophisticated things came in the 60s.
In the 60s,
particularly 62.
Oh yeah, right, okay. Well, the Citroen DS. This might not be everyone's favourite car,
but
it's one of yours and one of mine.
Interior.
That one, you've chosen like the nicest one you could have.
Yeah, I know I did.
Yeah, and the interior is stunning on that.
Yeah, I mean the rear arse shot's not so good, which I thought I was trying to get the front, the back, and on all cars so that we could, because the interior, we are judging this purely on looks. Who cares what they drive like?
Yep.
To a certain degree, the interior is not as important as the exterior, but to me it sort of is, because I want to sit in it.
Yes, where are you going to be, really, unless you're going to have it as an opposition vehicle.
It is. I think we've got to judge this purely on, that looks amazing.
It does, yeah. Okay,
and that does, and those seats are stunning.
Yeah. So to me, that looks, it's not an insult, but it looks like it could be amphibious.
That's an insult.
I don't think it's an insult.
Hang on, I'm just going to have a swig of wee.
Tomaso Pantera GT5 1970. It was a little bit newer. Now that's a very, very mean looking thing. That looks like it could take off.
And for me, that's got to be one of my... I'm not keen on the purple, but I love the look of that interior. If that was in red.
It's not often you see a car of that age that looks like a supercar with an interior like that.
No.
That interior looks like it's out of a Lincoln or something.
Yeah, it's lovely.
It's awesome. They look so comfortable.
I didn't know, till I was obviously researching this, I didn't know the interiors on those were so nice.
No, I've never seen the inside of one. And the gated shifter, I like that as well.
Yeah.
Everything about that, in fact, I like. There's nothing I don't like. Good stance, good looks, and it looks awesome inside. Great looking car, that. Yep, fantastic. The next one, the Dodge Charger 1969.
Had to go in there, didn't it?
Yeah, in the last video we kept calling it a Challenger, didn't we?
We did, yeah, because we're stupid.
Yeah, sorry about that, everyone. Just you got to take everything we say.
This way, I put the name up so we couldn't get it wrong.
We can't get it. Well, yeah, let's hope not. But that's a car that we have never seen in real life. We wouldn't see one of those because they're just they're American, aren't they?
Yeah, and there's very few. John Smith's got one, hasn't he?
Has he? Lucky bugger. But seeing one of those is rocking horse poop here.
Yeah, we'd never see one.
No, but what a lovely car they are.
Again, you know, it's an older thing, but that's an iconic the Steve McQueen in Bullet.
A lot of movies, yeah.
He had a Mustang and he was being chased by one of those with black windows, and well, it could have been that one.
Yeah.
And I always thought the car chasing was better than the...
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like it.
I mean, they go sideways everywhere in a lot of movies. They're just a very well known.
They're an aggressive
attacker's car.
Villain's car.
Yeah.
Now this is regarded to be, obviously it was produced, this one was in the best year ever.
Yep. All right.
And this is renowned to be the world's best looking car.
Is it?
It is.
So did you get this, or was this recommended to us?
Most people recommend this car.
Okay.
When someone says which is the best looking car ever made, it's E-Type Jag or Ferrari 250 GTO. There's a song. Do you want me to sing it to you?
Please.
Do you remember Sanita? Ever heard of her?
Sanita.
I got a big red GTO. Everywhere I go with GTO. I don't know the words. And I wonder if you'll ever know if he loves me or is GTO. Whether it's about that car, there was another GTO, wasn't there?
But Pontiac, or was it? I don't know.
But I'm assuming it's this car. But that is regarded as the world's most beautiful car, and I don't like it.
No, it's very E-Type. It looks like an E-Type on steroids.
And that was the best picture I could find. Surprisingly, there was loads and loads of images that I was obviously trying to steal on Google, but none of them look very good.
No, it looks. The picture we have on the left, which is here, looks nice. The picture of the back looks quite horrible. I can't deny. And the shifter, that looks really terrible. That looks like it was just. Well, I suppose it is just bolted on. But no, that doesn't do much for me. That.
No. So I don't think that's going to be a winner.
No, me neither. Oh, and speak of the devil, there's the E-Type.
And I have to say, when I was finding those three pictures, because I do everything while he just chats online to people, that's the nicest one I've ever seen. I was going to say, that's the nicest picture I've seen of an E-Type. I've sat in one.
Yeah.
I do believe as a child I've been driven in one.
Ooh.
But I don't remember it. And I don't remember them being anything like as nice as that one looks.
No, that one, the colour combination, the photos have done it justice.
I think it's awesome.
It is, but I'm not sure if that's going to be a winner for me.
A bit of pain from the cat there.
A bit of scratching.
Oh, we've got cat movement now.
We've got movement. Oh, she's tucking in, very sweet. But I don't think that for me is going to be up the winner's board. We've done a video on it, so if you haven't seen the video, go back and watch us. But we did a little comparison against the new Jaguar and the old E-Type, and we discussed its looks and what we liked and what we didn't like.
How cute is that?
That's very cute. The cat's just fallen asleep down the side of his chair now, which is quite sweet. But yes, go back and have a look at our E-Type video and just watch why we don't particularly like it.
Well, I'm slightly changing my mind looking at that one.
I'm not. That one's nice, but it's not in the same league as some of these ones. Yeah, for me it's not in the same league as the others on this list.
I like that one. Oh.
And here we go. Is this your all-time favourite car?
I think it is.
Oh, I think it could be. Now, I've never seen one of these in person, and I really would like to.
I've driven one.
Because that is a very, very cool looking car.
There's nothing about that car I don't like.
Do we know what sort of engine that had?
It's a 7.3 Chevy, I think. But it's a 7.3 monstrous American.
V8, is it?
V8.
Yeah, it looks like...
I'm not going to... Don't hold us to that.
No, but it looks like it should sound like thunder.
It does.
Man, that's all it needed.
It's a...
Yeah. Thank you for that demonstration.
Sorry.
But no, that's a really nice car.
It is.
And that's going to be up there for me and you, I think. In a weird way, because I can't imagine many people thinking that's a lovely looking car.
Most people love that car. The one thing that car's got, which a lot of the other ones don't, it's almost timeless.
It is, yeah, that looks relatively new.
I mean, people put images up of what Jensens would look like today, and they're sort of, you know, a bit like Volkswagen have done with the Beetle and the Fiat did with the 500.
Yeah.
And they've made it sort of very similar, but modern and sexy. Yeah. But that still looks modern and sexy.
Yeah, it does.
To me.
It does.
And I always think that they've ruined the front of that car, considering how really simple it is. It's just elegant.
It is. No, it's a lovely car, and the interior's pretty cool as well.
It's brutish.
It is. It looks tough.
A cad should drive that.
What's a cad?
A cad is sort of a bloke who, you know, cheat his grandmother out of 50 quid.
Oh, okay.
And do it while smoking a big cigar, but going, you know.
Okay, right.
Terry Thomas is the man. We'll put a picture of Terry Thomas up, because he is.
Terry
Thomas is the coolest man ever.
Is he?
Well, he's dead.
Oh,
but
was the coolest man.
Well, him and the other. Who was the other chap in the Carry On films?
Liam Neeson?
No, much older you were.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. There was two of them. I'll put pictures of them up.
Yeah.
They were just the coolest cads in town.
Oh, right.
But that car, it's not a villain's car.
No.
It's a cheeky cad who would rip you off for a couple of quid.
Yeah.
But do it in a way that you wouldn't mind being ripped off.
Yep. Okay.
I love that car.
A modern day. There's the LaFerrari.
That's a good looking car till you look inside for me.
The LaFerrari 2013. Well, it's interesting, the interiors, because the new supercars interiors are very basic, aren't they? They look very basic to me.
Yeah.
In comparison to sort of the regular cars. I mean, blimey, Mum's Volkswagen T-Cross looks, you know, more
well, it's all
sophisticated.
about weight, isn't it?
It is. But I mean, the price of that. You know.
Well, it's a phenomenal price, but the difference between that and the Jensen's got wood, it's got quality,
yes.
It's got oodles of soft leather.
Yeah.
That car is designed... I don't really know who buys that car, but that makes me sound stupid. I could buy that and sit and look at it.
Yes.
I'm not sure I want to go anywhere in it.
But so that's what we're judging it on.
This is true.
Is that one of the best looking cars ever made?
It is one of, that's why
and I think
here.
It is.
That's why all of them are.
The picture on the left,
yeah,
the better lighting, it just looks awesome.
It's a beautiful car, and that's why it's here.
It's the modern day Enzo, isn't it, really?
It's
for me.
I mean, to be fair, it's a stunning car.
It is, and there's not many new cars that I'd consider that.
Not to that level, that is definitely up there.
So that's well up there. And the Lamborghini Huracan.
It's there because I've really got a horn for that car.
Yeah, that's funny.
And on a daily basis, I get more and more wanting one of those.
Okay. Well, you see, I have always seen them and liked them, but I've never considered them one of the greatest looking cars ever made.
You see, I couldn't decide whether that should be in or the Lamborghini Countach, which is the 90... But I just don't like them.
No.
It was apparently the poster car on the wall when you were a child. I had a Jensen.
Yeah, well, no, I can understand. Well, I've never had a poster of that, a supercar.
I'd have a poster of that. That colour. I love it.
The middle photo does that for me. I like that.
It's a beautiful car, and if you've not watched it, Evo Car of the Year 2020, because they brought out a two-wheel drive one, because normally it was four-wheel drive. The two-wheel drive one, Harry's Garage have had it as well. Rave about it as a driver's car, but that's irrelevant.
You'd think a supercar would be four-wheel drive, you know.
But it always was, wasn't it?
No, but you think you prefer a four-wheel drive. You think you'd have more control.
I didn't own them, but I had for a loaner, I had a Porsche 911 GT4, and I had a Carrera 2, two-wheel drive, and the Carrera 2 was vastly more fun.
Was it? Interesting. You surprised me.
It was a much better car than the four-wheel drive one. The two-wheel drive 911 was much better than the four-wheel drive 911, in my humble opinion.
Right. Oh.
And I'm not a Larry driver.
No. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, maybe
again, it's all about looks for this one.
It is.
And
yes.
I just think that as a modern-day car, I mean, that's bang on. It's the new 2021, so that is as modern as we're going to get.
Yeah.
I love that car.
The only thing I can say is, I love the middle picture. Don't mind the other exterior picture, but the interior is vile.
It's very
colour dependent, that is.
Well, that's interesting because
it looks very cheap.
You being a mere child.
A mere child.
That one's got the Game Boy dashboard. It's got, you know, you flick up the red button to start it. All of that to me is bollocks.
Yeah.
And I don't like the interior. I don't like all the screens. I don't like all the colours.
But from the photo, it looks very plasticky. It looks very cheap and plasticky, and I'm not a fan. But from the exterior, like you say, it is a lovely looking car.
One of the things that's my favourite colour.
Yeah, lime green is stunning, but just not in the interior.
It's not as nice as my Cubo.
Yeah, your Cubo. Yeah, my dad had a Fiat Cubo in that colour.
And I loved it.
And it did look good. Right, next one. Oh, a Lincoln Continental from a terrible year.
From the year that everything sexy was born.
Yeah. Man, that's a car.
Lovely car, isn't it?
That is a car, isn't it? A car and a half.
I've always said, why don't they make four-door convertibles? And there you have
it is.
A four-door convertible
with suicide doors. Doesn't get cooler than that, does it?
Isn't it?
I mean, there's not going to be anyone that's cooler than rolling up in that and getting out the suicide door with the roof down.
I'm prepared to argue that possibly isn't the world's best-looking car, but I'd like that one outside.
Yes. Yeah. Personal preference, yeah.
I mean, the convertible, I'd like the Jensen Interceptor convertible. I always thought was ugly. That does it for me. It
does. I actually prefer the convertible to the hardtop.
Yeah, the four-door one, because they did obviously a Continental four-door, so I slipped a picture of that in. But there's a lot going on in that car that when you look at it, it looks quite plain. Then you look at the intricacy of the rear panel on the boot there.
Yes.
I mean, it's a beautiful car.
Oh, it is. The design is so cool, and we don't get anything like. We've never had anything like that.
No, the picture of the convertible, I hate those wheels.
Really?
Yeah, I hate them.
Oh, I much prefer them to the other ones.
No, I much prefer the other ones. I'd like that one needs hubcaps for me, like that. No. But that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
I just think. I suppose it's a bit Jensen-like at the front.
It is actually, yeah. The four lights.
It does it for me.
Yeah.
It does it for me, and you know, we've only had a fair few suggestions, not many, few suggestions, and that was my suggestion.
Right. Okay.
And there's one of your suggestions.
I've got a couple of models of these. I've got two, and I've got one model in exactly that colour.
I've got a silver one, haven't I?
You have.
So we like them.
And just what a car! What a car! I've always thought that was just, I suppose from a child, I've always loved the Gullwing doors. It's a signature piece of that car. And it wouldn't look half the car with normal doors.
It's again, so simplistically elegant, that car.
And that should just be sitting in a museum, shouldn't it?
Yeah,
on a spinning podium.
I took you to see it, didn't I? We went to see one, and it was on a podium spinning at
Mercedes World.
Mercedes World in the UK.
Yeah, Mercedes World. They have one of them in there, and it's a car you go,
oh, it's beautiful.
I always have loved those 300s. They're just amazing.
And they had a sort of subtle grey with red or burgundy leather, wasn't it? It was lovely.
Man, yeah. But that one again, they just look nice. They don't look old. It doesn't look old.
And that's a 1950s car, and it doesn't look old.
It doesn't look old at all. It's still modern, and I suppose it's the grille that makes up for that. They've still stuck with the traditional Mercedes grille. Yeah,
it's lovely.
It's an awesome car, that. Really awesome. And the new G-Wagon.
Surprising
choice.
It's been going for a bloody long time.
It has.
I think it's a stunning looking car.
Iconic car.
And I think the new one
takes the cake.
I think it does. I think look, and the interior, for someone who hates screens, I like that.
The new Merc interiors I think are really nice.
Yeah. And that one in particular is beautiful.
Yeah. But changing the subject from the interior and exterior, when they accelerate, aren't they so cool? They do almost wheelies.
Yes,
I mean,
yes.
it's just a car that shouldn't go that fast.
See, again, the problem with us doing this, that's a car I would just sit and stare at and love it.
Yes, yeah, our problem is we're not the general public in this sort of thing.
No.
What we want and like are different things.
Yeah,
because although I love that LaFerrari,
yeah,
I'd rather have the Lincoln parked outside.
Oh, so any day.
But why? I don't know.
I'd rather have that parked outside.
Yeah, me too. So we're a bit different on that front, but that is a beast, isn't it? That is a real beast of a car, and totally different. I mean, the upgrade they did from the last generation to this one, you can't compare the two.
I mean, that's a car I would love a go of.
Oh yeah.
And
haven't
and never will, probably.
I think they're an absolute handful.
Yeah, I'd love to drive that.
Yeah, awesome car. And another one,
just a beautiful car.
Yeah, the Porsche Speedster. Now I prefer the hard top to the soft top.
So do I.
I think it just has a more sleek looking design.
Yeah.
I suppose back in those days the soft tops weren't the greatest looking things, they hadn't quite got them down. But the hard top one, it's just a really nice shape.
And I have to say, I love the interior.
Weird interior.
Weird interior.
Very odd.
I mean, it's very Volkswagen Beetle.
It is, yeah. Yeah, it could be.
And I love that.
Now, I don't normally like cars without grills. The Tesla, I always say, needs a grill. That one doesn't need a grill.
No, they've got. Tesla could learn a thing or two.
Yeah, they could. That doesn't need a grill, and it's lovely. And it's just one of those cars that I'll always think is attractive. And normally steel wheels don't go down well, but they just look great on that.
That's just a cracking looking car.
It is. Oh, a Toyota 2000
And this is
GT.
Mikey S's.
Mikey S.
Mikey S wanted us to slip the Toyota 2000 GT.
It's got a lovely knob, gear knob, sorry.
That doesn't do a lot for me, I'm afraid.
Okay, well...
In fact, as we've said in previous things, anything does it for me.
Yes. Oh, the Volvo P1.
We're getting close to the end of V.
We've done a video where you've, in your dream, our lottery garage, you included the new...
Cyan.
The Cyan, which is like a massively modified version of this.
Yes, they're modifying them into a new electric or virtual race car.
Race car spec.
And they are. I didn't put that in because
it's not its original form.
No, I thought about it. Although that picture of the Speedster is a someone's refurbished, restored. Yeah. Okay. But no, that's another one that's an interesting car. That's another car I would like to drive round in.
And you don't see many of, well, I've never seen one in my life, but you know, I didn't really know about them until you mentioned it.
Yeah, well, funny enough, again, going back in a dim and distant past, one of the lorry drivers at work had bought one.
Really?
And he'd spent every penny he'd got on getting a white one, and he was, you know, if it even sniffed of rain, it wouldn't come out of his mum's garage.
Cool.
He wasn't very old, he was quite a young chap.
Oh.
And we are talking 20 years ago, but he's got a great investment. It's a beautiful car.
Yeah, no, it is. And that's...
I mean, I've always thought Volvos make nice cars. Sometimes they've had the whiff of old man about them. Well, that certainly hasn't got a whiff of old man.
No, but Volvo to me have been great. They've sort of gone, the old cars are lovely, and they've always just stayed consistent. You know, like Peugeot, they made lovely cars, and then in the mid-2000s they just looked horrible.
Oh, they were dire.
But now they're coming back. So, but Volvo have always stayed consistent in my opinion.
They've always made a high quality product, and that is a stunning, for pure elegance, that is a beautiful car.
That's definitely a parked in a garage and look at sort of car.
Yeah, I think they're shit to drive, so...
Oh, alright. Oh, what is that?
That's a Karmann Ghia, which is again a Beetle.
I'll tell you, that looks just like the Porsche Speedster, but uglier.
Well, again, that's Volkswagen's version of it, I suppose, at the time, rear-engined.
It's cool.
Your grandfather had one of those.
Did he? Really?
His was exactly that, in blue, that car.
Nice.
And it was stunning.
I didn't think he was that cool.
Well, it had more rust on it than you can shake a stick at. But, I think he paid £250 for it.
Wow.
But we are talking, again, 30 years ago.
Yeah. Well, no, that to me is...
a good-looking car. It's a very sought-after car.
It's an interesting car.
The Americans love them.
Never really seen one. But I'm not sure. To me, it just looks like an uglier Porsche Speedster. But it's still not ugly. But
it's not going to beat.
It's not going to beat the Speedster. No. But that's our last car on the list, my friend.
Is it?
That is our last car on the list.
How are we deciding this then?
That's a valid point, my friend. I have no idea, because I like them. I like too many. My problem is I always struggle to decide.
I would knock out that
Me too.
Volkswagen.
Yep.
I'd knock out the...
I'm knocking out the Huracan.
I'd knock out... What's the other one I'd knock out? That's a good looking car.
The Alfa's a good looking car.
It's not going to win
It's not going to win it. So we're knocking the Alfa out.
Well, we're trying to get to 3.
3. That's not going to be in my top 3.
It's not going to be in my top 3.
Okay, so Alfa's gone. Next,
That's
the DB5. That is staying.
That's staying. Oh, that's close. Again, one I'd like to own.
I'd love to own that. But is it staying? Is it one of the best looking cars ever made?
Yep.
Should we keep it then?
Yep.
Okay, BMW's staying. Citroen DS.
Yep.
Yep. So we've already got our 3.
Yep.
The D Tomaso.
Yep.
That's not staying. The Dodge Charger's not staying for me.
Oh, it's close.
It's not.
It's
gone. Dodge Charger's gone.
That's gone.
That's gone. Ferrari has gone. E Type. That's gone.
That is a good looking car.
It's gone. It's
okay.
It's gone. It's gone.
That's in.
Jensen's staying. LaFerrari.
That's staying.
Staying?
Oh, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah, but it's the best one ever made. Ever. Ever.
It's close.
It might be one of the best cars made as of this era. But it's not.
Okay, it's gone.
It's gone. It's got to be gone.
We've got to agree on it.
The Huracan.
You see, I couldn't throw any of these out.
That cannot stay.
It's gone.
Cannot stay. Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
I love that.
I really like that.
But it's not one of the best cars.
Oh, it is.
It's not.
It is.
One of the best looking cars ever made.
It is.
Is it?
It is.
You think it is?
It is.
I
mean, it's a flip up for me whether I want that or the Jensen outside.
But the problem is that I want that outside more than most of the others. But if it's the best looking car ever made,
it's not.
In my opinion,
you know you're right.
Be, but
you're right.
Not to anyone else.
You're right. Oh,
that's got to stay. That's got to stay.
Yeah, that is.
That's going to be a close runner-up for me.
That's gone.
That's gone. The G-Wagon's gone. Oh, the Porsche Speedster, man. There's too many in here. It's not one of the best looking cars ever made.
Oh,
it's just a damn cool one.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not saying that I don't like these because I love them all. But the best looking car ever made, the Toyota, in my humble, isn't one.
It's got one of the nicest dashes ever made.
Has it?
Yeah.
It's gone.
It's gone.
The Volvo's gone. And so has the VW. So we're left with the Aston Martin DB5.
Yeah.
The BMW 3 litre CSL.
The more you look at that car though, that is a stunner.
It's awesome.
Its arse isn't great though. It's gone.
It's gone.
For me.
BMW's gone.
The arse isn't good enough.
Okay, so we're left with Aston Martin DB5, Citroen DS,
yeah,
the D Tomaso Pantera.
I want that.
The, hang on, I'm moving through them. The Jensen Interceptor.
And the Merc.
And the Mercedes 300 SL. So, that's 5. In my personal opinion, the Citroen DS has to go out.
Oh, no!
It does.
No!
Okay. Alright, I'll leave that one in for you. I'll leave that one in for you because you just love it. That can't stay.
Oh, I can. Look at those seats. I want to sit my big fat ass in that.
Little ass.
Well, I'm not an ass.
What we're saying is here we're stuck on 5.
God, that's gorgeous.
We're stuck on 5.
Can you imagine coming up here, drifting that round the corner here in the rain?
It would be cool.
God.
Go through tyres. But we're stuck on 5 here, Father. We are stuck on 5. Even the cat's fallen asleep now. So I'm sure the viewers...
Take his claw out my leg.
Good. I'm sure the viewers now are thinking, hurry up and make a decision. So
no, we haven't got any now. They've all turned off.
Ah, true. Are we staying with 5 or are we going down to 3?
Let's put them in the order of 5 then.
Well, let's do an order of 5. Best looking cars ever.
Okay, so on the count of 3, we'll say our 5th.
Our 5th. Okay, yep. 3, 2, 1.
Citroen.
Citroen DS. That's 5th for me.
D Tomaso would be for... No! The Merc 300 would be for me. Oh. Should we have our personal 3 and see if the number 1 is the number 1?
Okay, okay. So,
third for me.
Oh, hang on, I've got to think
Third
about
for me is the Citroen.
I've got to think about this. Hang on, everyone. I've got to think about this. Okay, third for me is Jensen.
Shit me backwards.
Third for me is Jensen.
Citroen's third for me. Second for me is the Jensen.
Second for me is the 300SL Gullwing.
And the winner
for me,
by quite a margin.
Me too, is the DB5. Hold out your hand. DB5, best looking car ever made, in our non-valid opinions.
And I think it is the best car.
It is
the best car.
It's
got everything.
Cool, classic, sexy. I mean, it is sexy.
It's got
the coolest man ever.
Film star.
Yeah, the coolest films ever made have been. It's been
Roger Moore.
You can't fault the DB5. So
I want the Jensen.
To me, that's the best looking car, but I want the 300SL.
Do you?
I would love one of those. Absolutely
if I could have a car outside, I'd have the Lincoln, and if I could have a car in here spinning around to look at it, would be the DB5. So therefore, the DB5 is the best looking car ever made.
Yeah. Okay.
And we've done it.
That's it. We've done it. The DB5 wins.
If anybody got this far, I can't clap because I've got one hand on a cap.
Yeah.
If you're a complete anus, you could disagree with us.
Yeah, true.
And you'd have to be a dirty anus to disagree with us.
Dirty
the
anus.
Aston Martin DB5 is the greatest looking car ever made in James Bond silver grey.
Yeah. It's just awesome.
I'll take that tan leather one that we've got there.
Me too.
Well done. It is. It's the best car.
It is. And if you disagree or you agree, comment down below. We'll probably get one comment if we're lucky. But please comment what your favourite best looking car is ever made.
And thank you for the
recommendations
suggestions that we had.
Nathan
there was a few that didn't make it in because they just weren't good looking enough.
Yeah.
And I made a
executive decision.
I could.
Yeah.
So Aston Martin, I want one.
Yeah.
How do I get one?
Win the lottery. That's about it, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't do it though.
Yeah. Anyway,
thank you for watching.
Thank you. See you in the next one.